they're allowing them to do so. There are now around 1,250 acres of poppies like these being grown in fields here in Oxfordshire. And it's in this part, the capsule and the top part of the stalk, where the all-important pain-killing ingredient is found. Poppies are more profitable than many alternative crops, and security isn't a problem. A drug user would need an industrial processing unit to extract anything worth having from these plants. Emma Campbell, BBC South Today.
An official report into problems with electronic voting during Swindon's local election says the scheme was brought in too hastily. The government spent £1 million piloting the e-voting system in May, but technical problems meant the counting took longer than expected. The report concludes it could still be effective in future elections though. Scientists in Oxfordshire are going to be using parts of atoms to reveal more about the world we live in. They'll be using neutrons to study all kinds of substances from household products to engineering materials. The enormous building at the Rutherford Appleton Laboratory is nearly complete. Alistair Fee's been to take a look.
The size of several football pitches, this huge building project is like a giant microscope to be used by scientists to study material on the smallest scale. These magnets mark the start of the process where protons are used to split atoms to create the neutrons needed for research.
We're here in the tunnel which houses the proton beam line. The beam itself travels through this pipe you can see, which is 143 metres long from the facility to the target. In the target there are atoms which we hit with the proton beam, and the proton beam has a sufficient energy to break those atoms open and liberate neutrons.
This is the monolith where the neutrons are released. The steel walls are 4 metres thick and encased in 1 metre of concrete.
This is one of the 7 new experimental areas that we're building at the second target station project, and in a few months' time this will be filled with equipment that will be used for experiments. Scientists will use the neutrons that come through the hole at the back here down into this area, and they will be able to analyse materials ranging from common things you might find in your house, such as shampoo and soaps, through to more exotic things such as new materials to go inside aircraft engines.
The first experiments are planned for January and will be formally open for business in October next year. Not only is it the only research centre of its kind in Europe, but it will bring the top scientists in the field to Oxfordshire from all over the world. Alistair Fee, BBC South Today.
With weather forecast now, here's Mike Powell.
Hello, today